Greetings, it's Iain from RTO. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a nice Easter. And we're going to kick off today with a viewer's request. And it's for FM. Not the British band, but the Canadian band. Now, these were formed in 1976 in Toronto by Cameron Hawkins and Jeff Fluman, who was renamed Nash the Slash. They've sort of had three periods. There's their initial period from 76 to 89. They went on hiatus, came back for 94, 96, went back on hiatus, and came back in 2006 for a little while, and they've been together since 2011 to the present. So that when they reformed in 2011, they had new players, and in their career they have released 7 albums. So we'll have a look at those today. So coming in at number 7 is their 5th album from 1985, and it's called Contest. This has got Nash the Slash lead and background vocals, electric mandolin, electric violin and harmonica, Cameron Hawkins lead and background vocals, synthesizers and bass guitar, Martin Della drums. Guests on here are Ben Mink on guitars and Rob Yale on the Fairlight CMI. Glenn Johansson, David Moses backing vocals. So the first track is called Just Like You, and like most mid-80s albums, it is not very prog. It's very 80s. It's not a brilliant track in my books. We Hold On. There's too many electronic beats going on here that does not resemble anything that sounds like progressive music. Oh dear. All the Dreams. It's just one of the worst tracks on the album. There's nothing here that I like. Until the Night Is Over. Too electronic. It's got some weird beats. Not for me. The Only Way to Win, the drum sound just ruins it. Apart from that, it's got some resemblance of a prog song. Why Don't You Take It? It's just so cheesy. Distance, Early Warning, it's just very MTV. Friends and Neighbours, Smooth Guitars, no. Stop. Very funky, lots of drum machines, and that was the last track. There is not one song on here that I like. I really didn't like this album. It's awful. So I'm going to give it a big fat 0 because I just couldn't find. I listened to it about 4 times and I just couldn't find anything on there that really got me going. Okay, coming in at number 6, we have the 6th album from 1987. It's called Tonight. So you got Cameron Hawkins, Nash the Slash, guitars Simon Brearley, Greg Critchley on drums, Michael Waite bass. Magic in Your Eyes is the first track. Now this is more 80s stuff, but it's not as bad as the Contest album. It's still pretty bad though. Dream Girl, weak, horrible, no guts in it. It's not very good. She does what she wants. Very cheesy, that cheesy 80s keyboard sounds on there. It's just not for me. I'm Not Mad, Ready for the World. Probably the best track on here. It's got some nice harmonica on it, which is the, I think, that saves its bacon. It's probably the best of the worst. All together now, overproduced drum machines, smooth guitars. Take the Time to Dream. Nah, again, it's just overproduced. It's just too 80s MTV fodder. Lost in Thought, When I Get Caught. It's not bad. I've heard worse. Then they do a terrible version of Good Vibrations. The Real Thing, it's all right, that one. I can just about do that. On the Night Flight, synth drums, smooth guitars. There's about half a decent track on there, but again the rest is pretty grim. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 1 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 5 from their 7th album from 2015. It's 28 years since their previous album. It's called Transformation. The only original person on here is Cameron Hawkins, because we've got Edward Bernard on violin and viola, Aaron Solomon on violin, and Paul DeLong on drums. First track is called Brave New World. I don't mind this. It's very electronic, more than their real old stuff, but it's not cheesy. It's half decent track, that one. Cosmic Blue is next. This is more like it. It's good. Although it's not Nash, it's got that great violin sound that you associate with Canadian FM. Nice drums on it. Really good. Reboot, Reawaken. Pleasant enough track. It is quite good. Then we have Children of the Eve. Not a big fan of this. This is sort of on the border of being an 80s track, but it's a bit stoppy and starty as well. Safe and sound. I like the lyrics. And I like the string source on this. My favourite track on this one, though, is Tour of Duty. It's that violin that just adds something. Really is good. And then we got Love Bomb, Universal Love. It's listenable. It's not too bad. Soldiers of Life, pleasant enough track. And I didn't mind listening to that one either. Heaven on Earth. It's the violin that does it for me. That's one of the best songs. Now, this is their first album in 28 years. It's not synth pop, which is good. They've tried to create the old days. They haven't done a bad job, to be quite honest. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 4, we have the third album from 1979, Surveillance. Cameron Hawkins on lead vocal synth, Ben Mick electric violin and mandolin, Martin Della on drums. First track, Rocket Roll. It's not too bad. It's a different side of the sound. This is when that sort of change started to come in. Orion. I like this. It's a very short thing, very 1979. The drums are great on this. Very good. Horizon's my favourite track on here. The guitar work is excellent on this. And it's got some nice vocals as well. Random Harvest, another of my favourite tracks on there. Killer drumming, killer riffs. Excellent track. Shape of Things. It's the Yardbird song. It's not the best version I've ever heard of this. Seventh Heaven. The cheesy keyboard at the beginning I don't like, but once that's gone, it's very, very good. Father Time, I'm not a big fan of this. It's very dated. It is very, you listen to it and you go, yeah, that's late 70s. That's not the fault of the track. It's just how things are. Sofa Back. The drumming from Martin is super on this. Really good track. Then we get Destruction, the last track. Love the guitar solo on it, and I love the drums in the middle. Isn't a bad album. There's some strong tracks on this one as well. There's a couple of here I'm not too keen on, but on the whole it's a pretty decent album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3, fourth album from 1980, City of Fear. Martin Della's on here, Ben Mink's on here, and Cameron Hawkins. Additionals, we've got Pamela Silverstein on spoken word. First track is Krakow. I like this, and now although it's got a symphonic guitar riff on it, it really is good. The production is pretty awesome. I don't mind that. Power is a little bit poppy, but it's very catchy, and I like Cameron's vocal on it. Truth or Consequences, love the drums and bass. It really is good. It's a strong track. It's a little bit different, but it's a really strong track. Then we have Lost and Found. It does lack something in there. It's probably the most, not a weak track, but it's a thinner track when you listen to the rest of them. City of Fear. It's got very early 80s prog. I love the drum time signature on that. It's excellent. Surface to Air, good track. The bass line on it is brilliant. The keyboard sort of intermingle around it. It's a very good track. Up to You, my favourite track on this one. The drumming at the beginning reminds me of Cozy Powell's Dance with the Devil, but it really does work. It's excellent. Silence, nice poppy sort of sound. The bass is great. Some nice little guitar tones on that as well. Riding the Thunder comes next. It's a little bit dated now, but it's got a good beat to it. And the last track, Nobody at Home, good song. The violins on there, really strong track to end the album. I don't mind this album, although it does sound a little dated. It's still a really good track song here, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, coming in at number 2, we have the debut album from 1978, Black Noise. It's Cameron Hawkins, Martin Denner and Nash the Slash. First track is called Phasers on Stun. I love this. Love the keyboard work on this from Cameron. Some nice vocals from him as well. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Love this. He's got some nice vocals on here. You've got both Nash and Cameron. Very good track. Hours. I think this is quite interesting because for 78 there were some sounds on there that were unique for the time, and I quite like the drumming on that as well. Then we have Journey, solid track. Love the drumming again. Some nice swirly keyboards. Dial In for Dahama. Interesting keyboards. Love the guitar work on it. It's excellent. Slaughter in the Robot Village. I love the drum time signature on this. It's absolutely brilliant. Older Baron comes next. My favourite track on here. There's some nice guitar phasing on it. It's got a little bit of violin in there. It's really good. Black Noise. It's a bit of an epic. Second favourite track on here. Some lovely echoed vocals on it. Some terrific drumming on this. Guitar work is superb. It's an absolute gem. This is one of those forgotten about albums from the late 70s of prog. It's got some unique keyboard work on it. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.7. But my favourite album by my number one from FM in the Canadian version is their second album released in 78, Direct to Disc. And it was the first FM to feature Ben Mink, who replayed founding member Nash the Slash. So it's Cameron Hawkins, Ben Mink and Martin Denner. First track on here is called Headroom. It's a 15-minute epic. The first thing you notice on here is a bit of a play-off between bass and keyboards. It really is good. And then you get the balance of the violin from Ben coming in to just soothe it all out. You've got lots of these phasey sounds that you expect more on Jean-Michel Jarre. You get a great bass and the drums and violin towards the end that sort of bring it to the conclusion. It's a really good track. And then we got Border Crossing, which is another. It's just got 2 songs on here. Border Crossing, 15 minutes. It's got everything on here: rock, jazz, classical, phasing synthesizers, sort of thing you get from Tangerine Dream. Some solid drumming. the bass and synthesizers that just keep flying in and out of this track. And then the last quarter of this song is drum and violin solo, absolutely brilliant from Ben Mink, and it just carries on like that till the end. It's absolutely superb. I think this is the most creative FM album because it covers everything: funk, jazz, blues. It's got everything in there. It's rocking as well. It's just a very underrated album, I think. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, that's a little bit of Canadian FM. If you've never heard them, go and check them out. They're pretty good. You know, they're a sort of alternative sound of prog, and they are quite good, especially the first 3 albums. Okay, coming up next is Retro Ranking, and because it was so popular when I did that one on Genesis, and I picked up my favourite track off each album, I've done the same for Marillion, so that's what we're going to do, and it's one from 20 by Marillion. So that's coming up next. Bye for now.